What's up gamers, criminals and addicts, and welcome to my Blender tutorial where I'll be showing you the basics of how the program works and the different functionalities of Blender. So let's get started! Hi, I'm Tom, aka Blenderman 3000 from I haven't come up with a good company name, .inc. Guess that made it to the final cut. So let's see, how am I gonna get down from here? Alternative A, I jump. Alternative B, I fall to a painful death. I guess this is alternative B. So apparently I'm supposed to make a Blender tutorial for you incompetent fools. In that case, I should probably dress for the occasion. There we go. Much better. Let's see what we can do here. Are you struggling with life in general and depression? In that case, you should definitely go see a therapist. I mean, it's not like I am one. I mean, I used to be. They kicked me out from my practice. Those were the days. Those were the days. I only burned down the hospital. A bit of an overreaction to fire the employee. Anyways, here at I haven't come up with a good company name .inc. We don't take any sort of legal responsibility for you coming out of this either. Anywhere to begin with. Our only mission is to make you a better 3D artist, not solve world hunger. That we'll do in the next video, so stay tuned, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, colleagues, families, brother, sister, whatever. I just want the money from the ad revenue, you know how it is, and press the notification bell so you are alerted when I put out a new video. That would be very appreciated. So, in this video I'll walk you through how to become a Blender master. With no further ado, let's start working in Blender. Yippee! So the first thing you actually need to do is to install the software, aka Blender, on your computer. Crazy, right? I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Wow! So, step 1, go to Blender's homepage. Step 2, click on the big install button for Windows, don't forget that part, and do not, whatever you do, type with your grubby little fingers freevirus.com and accidentally install malware on your computer. God knows that has happened too many times that I can count. Anyways, now I'm going to show you how to do it. So here we're going to see a dead Tom. There we go, I'm alive now. And here is the Blender website. You're gonna click on the big install button. Download Blender 4.1.1. And when you've done that, they're gonna ask for charity. They want your bank information. Guys, whatever you do, do not send them your bank, credit card, car, money, whatever. God knows that has happened too many times that I can count. And when you've done that, the installation process will begin. Now that you've done that, it's time for step 2. You know, crazy. Step 2. Step 2 momento. Cheers guys, another crazy moment. Just a bit of a warning, this does require some basic motor functions, which I know my viewers have a hard time with, considering they live in their basements, only come out like once a year to get more chips and soda, and then return to their sofa and sit there in the darkness, watch movies and play video games. I'm of course talking about you guys, my viewers. I don't like you, you all suck. Continuing, here we have Blender. What you want to do is right click on the Blender file, then click on Öppna, which is Swedish for open, and when you do, something magical will happen. Wow, the program opened. Who could have guessed? And now it's time for step, whatever comes after this one. I'm pleasantly surprised that you've made it this far into the tutorial. I mean, many others would have just died or given up, but you're still here. Just to suffer. I admire the dedication. Truly honorable. Here we can see the GUI, the graphical user interface, or as many others would say, GUI. What you want to do is press the general button here. You will start out with seeing this cube, which is all we're going to need. So what we can do now is to move the cube in a 3-dimensional space. I was personally hoping for 4. They gave us 3, and I guess that's okay. So you can move the cube in the y-axis, the z-axis, or the x-axis. I prefer the x-axis. I don't know why. So here we can move the object, here we can rotate the object, whee! Here we can make it smaller, we can make it bigger, we can make it longer, we can make it wider, whatever you're into, I'm not going to judge. And here we have all 3 of them combined into one. My plan is to build a rudimentary house. And to add another object we have to press Shift and then A, which will give us a list with all the common forms and objects. We want a plane. So our house can stand on something. Here we go, our plane. It's pretty plain. Yeah, we have a plane. And our cube on top of it. And our cube is our house. Now we're going to add a roof to our house. So we can start out with pressing Tab, and then we can extrude the faces here. And the faces is what makes the cube a cube. How it looks, you know. I know, you know, you will know. So you are already experts in this, because you already know. Okay, then I won't go deeper into this. Good to know. We can extrude the faces by pressing E. And we can make it smaller with our scale tool here, which will make it look like it has a house. Yes, no, I mean a roof. I mean a roof, not a house on top of a house. No, it's just a roof, okay? Now it has a roof. That's quality content right there. And just a reminder, you should probably go subscribe, you should like this video, you should press the notification bell, you should share it with your friends, family, colleagues, nemesis, facts, you know. I really need to have any new. Please guys, I beg you. I want money. Anyways, now we have our house. What we can do is add things on top of the house. You know what's a typical American house? A monkey. Yeah, monkey. We can have a monkey on top of our house. Here we go, we have our monkey. Rotate it, just like that. And we move it, just like this. And we can make it smaller, just like I'm doing right now. Now we have a monkey on top of our house. And we can add a donut. I don't know how American houses looks like, but I'm guessing it's something like this. There we go. We can also add like a door, so we can press tab again on our house. We can add a door shape with the knife tool here. We can create vertices and then press enter. And then select this one, faces, there we go. Now we have an entrance to our house. We don't have a door. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a door. Please, guys, if you don't have a door at home, you should probably buy one. I would recommend IKEA. IKEA is a Swedish company who makes furniture and probably makes doors. I don't know. I'm too old for this. Now that we've built a house, let's go through the different lighting engines and viewports in Blender. To begin with, we have the white one here. It's just a simple one that shows everything in white. Then we have the X-ray one. You can look through your objects. And then we have the color one here. It shows if an object has color or not. And here we have the viewport shading, which is a more realistic depiction of what your object will look like. And as you can see, everything is white. We should probably color our house. It will bring up the sale value, and we will become rich. After all, we live in a capitalist land. So, let's start out with coloring our monkey. I would say monkeys are usually pink. There we go. And our donut can be the color of, I don't know, can be green. Let's make our donut green, and let's make our house blue. And to finish it all off, we can add some text to clarify that this is actually a house and nothing else. So Shift A, press text. Here we have a text, we can move it so we can better get a look at it. So as you can see here, it's only text now. We can change that by pressing the tab button and then delete the text and writing our home, which will be house, clarifying that this is obviously a house they're looking at. There we go, we can move it up, and then we see that the house is 2-dimensional, or the text is 2-dimensional. We want it in 3 dimensions. You know, the more dimensions, the better. So we can go into the text properties here and go to geometry and increase the extrude value, which will give it a 3D
Now we can rotate it into place with the rotate button. Here, wow, now no one will question what this could possibly be. This is a house, of course. This is a house. And this is of course based on reality. This is what a typical American house looks like. Of course the color of the donut can vary between neighborhoods. Often it's green, it could also be blue or yellow. A big warning, if it's red, you should probably run, because it will eliminate everything that it comes into contact with. So keep that in mind, guys. Houses can actually be dangerous. They can squish you, they can fall on you, they can eat you. That's just when you go inside the house. They can also make you feel sad inside. Anyways, hope you've learned something here today. How to make a house in Blender and how to live your life. I mean, what more could you possibly want? A blue house, and on top of that, a green donut, and inside of the donut is a pink monkey living its best life. We should all be a little more like the monkey inside of the donut. That's deep. That's deep. So, there you have it. In just a few easy steps, you can become a Blender master. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. And if you don't already own a mouse, a keyboard, a desk, a chair, or even a computer, I highly recommend you get one. There's a link in the description below where you can get all of these products for free. It's at www.tommyselectricstuff.com. Wow! Just don't read the fine print on the user policy privacy agreement when entering the website. Cheers! Thanks for watching, everyone. Now I have to extinguish the fire in my house. I hope you learned something here today.